On December 26, 2025, New York Governor Kathy Hochul made history by signing a groundbreaking law that could reshape how young people interact with social media. This legislation, the first of its kind in the United States, is designed to address growing concerns about the impact of digital platforms on the mental health of minors. The new law requires all major social media companies to display clear, easily understandable mental health warning labels for users under the age of 18. These warnings are intended to alert young users to the potential risks associated with excessive social media use, such as anxiety, depression, and addictive behaviors. By enacting this legislation, New York positions itself at the forefront of the national conversation about technology's responsibility to protect youth well-being. The state is taking a bold stand, signaling to the rest of the country that the mental health of its youngest citizens is a top priority. The law mandates that these warnings must be highly visible and impossible to ignore. They will appear not just when teens log in, but also when they use features that experts have identified as particularly harmful, such as infinite scroll, autoplay videos, and algorithm-driven content feeds that can keep users engaged for hours. The primary goal is to disrupt the seamless, often addictive experience that social media platforms are known for. By interrupting usage with these warnings, lawmakers hope to prompt young users to pause, reflect, and make more mindful choices about their time online. Governor Hochul has emphasized that protecting children in the digital world is just as crucial as ensuring their safety in schools, on playgrounds, and in neighborhoods. She has called on parents, educators, and tech companies to work together to create a safer online environment for all children. This law is a direct response to mounting scientific evidence and public concern linking social media design to increased mental health risks among youth. Studies have shown that features engineered to maximize engagement can also contribute to stress, sleep disruption, and negative self-image. By mandating these mental health warnings, New York is asserting its right to regulate products and services that have a profound impact on public health, especially when it comes to protecting its youngest and most vulnerable residents. This bold move challenges tech companies to rethink their design choices, prioritize user safety, and take greater responsibility for the well-being of their youngest users. It sets a new standard for how technology should serve society. With this action, New York signals the beginning of a new era, one where big tech is held accountable and the mental health of young people is placed front and center in the digital age. The law addresses a growing mental health crisis among teens, a crisis that has become impossible to ignore. Across the country, more and more young people are struggling with emotional challenges that can feel overwhelming and isolating. Over the past decade, rates of depression, anxiety, and self-harm have risen sharply, closely tracking the explosive growth of social media platforms. For many teens, the digital world is a constant presence, shaping how they see themselves and interact with others. Adolescents are especially vulnerable. Their developing brains are wired to seek instant feedback and social validation. This makes it incredibly difficult to break free from addictive digital loops, where every like, comment, or notification can feel like a judgment on their worth. Social media's curated images and endless comparisons can quietly erode self-esteem, fueling body image issues and a sense of inadequacy. Teens often measure themselves against unrealistic standards, leading to feelings of not being good enough. Warning labels are designed to interrupt this cycle, serving as a gentle reminder that what teens see online is often filtered, edited, and far from the whole story. These labels encourage young people to pause, reflect, and question the reality behind the images. In 2023, U.S. Surgeon General Dr. Vivek Murthy called for urgent action to protect youth from the harms of social media, highlighting the need for stronger safeguards and greater awareness. New York's law is a direct response to this call, turning national concern into concrete policy. By taking legislative action, the state is setting an example for others to follow. It's a crucial step to safeguard the mental health and well-being of the next generation, ensuring that young people can grow up in a safer, more supportive digital environment. Social media platforms are engineered to maximize engagement, not well-being. Features like infinite scroll and autoplay eliminate natural stopping points, making it easy to lose track of time. Algorithmic feeds personalize content to keep users hooked, often amplifying negative emotions or leading to harmful rabbit holes. These aren't accidental. They're deliberate design choices that exploit psychological vulnerabilities, especially in teens. New York's law targets these features, requiring warnings to interrupt the addictive flow and restore user agency. The aim is to make teens pause and consider their choices rather than mindlessly consume. By spotlighting these mechanisms, the law reframes them as public health risks, not just clever tech tricks. It's a call to rethink how digital products are built for young minds. Warning labels have long been used to protect public health. Think tobacco, alcohol, and even plastic bags. Cigarette warnings shifted public perception from glamour to danger. New York hopes digital warnings will do the same for social media. The law requires warnings to be unavoidable and recurring, learning from the evolution of tobacco labels. This approach reframes social media as a consumer product with real psychological risks. If we warn about physical dangers, why not digital ones? The law positions digital harm as a legitimate public health issue, using a proven tool to address it. It's a bold step to inform and protect, not just regulate. Enforcement is key. New York's Attorney General can investigate and sue platforms that fail to comply. Violations can result in civil penalties up to $5,000 each, which could quickly add up for tech giants. The law applies to any platform accessed by a young person in New York, regardless of where the company is based. This jurisdictional clarity strengthens the law against legal challenges. Major platforms have yet to comment, likely weighing legal risks and public opinion. The threat of massive fines and legal action makes compliance the logical choice for companies. New York's approach ensures the law has real teeth, not just symbolic value. It marks a new era of government oversight in the digital age. New York's new law is part of a sweeping global push to protect children online, reflecting growing concerns about the impact of technology on young people's lives. As digital devices and social media become ever more present, parents, educators, and lawmakers are uniting to demand stronger safeguards for kids navigating the internet. Countries like Australia have taken even bolder steps, banning social media for those under 16 entirely, aiming to shield children from harmful content and addictive algorithms before they're ready to handle them. In contrast, New York's approach focuses on requiring clear warning labels, hoping to educate both kids and parents about the risks of excessive screen time and online engagement. Other U.S. states, like California and Minnesota, are also stepping up, passing their own child online safety laws to address the growing crisis. The result is a patchwork of regulations across the country, with each state experimenting with different solutions to keep children safe online. This growing movement is putting real pressure on the federal government to step in and consider setting national standards so that protections don't depend on where a child lives. Meanwhile, school districts across the country are taking matters into their own hands, filing lawsuits against major tech companies, arguing that their products are fueling a youth mental health crisis and placing an overwhelming burden on schools and counselors. These combined efforts, laws, lawsuits, and public protests, signal a turning point, marking the end of an era where tech companies set their own rules with little oversight. New York isn't an outlier. It's part of a worldwide chorus demanding urgent change as communities everywhere call for safer digital spaces for children. Governments are reclaiming their role as protectors of public health in the digital era, working together with experts and advocates to create a safer future. The message is clear. The status quo is no longer acceptable, and the world is ready to hold tech accountable for the well-being of the next generation. The law's rollout has sparked mixed reactions from families, teens, and educators. Many parents welcome the support, feeling validated in their concerns and gaining a tool to start conversations about healthy tech use. Some teens appreciate the nudge to log off, while others see the warnings as patronizing or easy to ignore. The challenge makes warnings impactful, not just another box to click. Educators facing the fallout of social media in classrooms see the law as a helpful step, though not a cure-all. Success depends on how families and schools integrate these warnings into daily life. The law is a catalyst, not a substitute, for building healthy digital habits. It provides a shared language for parents, teens, and schools to address digital well-being together. Laws help, but personal habits matter most for digital well-being. Turn off non-essential notifications to reclaim your attention from constant pings. Curate your feed, unfollow accounts that make you feel bad, and seek out positive, inspiring content. Schedule regular screen-free time to reset your mind and connect offline. Remember, your worth isn't measured by likes or followers. Talk to trusted adults if you're struggling with online experiences. Social media should enhance your life, not harm your mental health. Mindful use and strong boundaries are your best defense. New York's law marks a turning point, prioritizing user health over endless engagement. It challenges tech companies to design with care, not just for profit. The future could see features like built-in screen time limits and default privacy settings become standard. But real change also requires media literacy education, empowering young people to navigate tech critically. Responsibility is shared. Companies, governments, educators, parents, and youth all play a role. New York's law is a hopeful sign that we can shape technology to serve us, not consume us. It's a step toward a digital world that connects without harming. The next generation deserves nothing less.